الله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is the land of Fadak? Why is it important to the Ahlul Bayt alayhisalam? And how does it signify the oppression that Fatima alayhisalam faced during right after the death of the Prophet, peace be upon him? Khaybar was a prosperous land which was owned by the tribe of Banu Nadir. Banu Nadir being a Jewish tribe who were exiled out of Medina because they did not recognize the Prophet as their leader in Medina. And due to that, they went and lived in their fortresses in Khaybar, and their hostility towards the Prophet grew. It grew to an extent that they made an allegiance with Quraysh and multiple nomadic tribes to attack and kill the Prophet, peace be upon him. That battle was called the Battle of Khandaq, the Battle of the Trench. The Muslims won that battle, and the hostility Banu Nadir had towards the Prophet grew. And due to their attacks against the Muslims, the Prophet went with an army to Khaybar, and so that the Jews surrender and their tyranny to come to an end. The Muslims won with the Jews surrendering. They negotiated an agreement that half the annual produce of Khaybar would go towards the Muslims. Then a personal gift was offered to the Prophet from the Jews, and that was the land of Fadak. And since it was a personal gift and not part of the anfal, the spoils of war, Allah has ordered the Prophet to give Fadak to Fatima alayhisalam, showing gratitude to her mother Khadija, because as the Prophet says, Islam would not have risen if not for the wealth of Khadija and the sword of Ali alayhisalam. There were hundreds of workers harvesting the produce of Fadak throughout the year and selling them off, giving the profits to Fatima alayhisalam, which would help the Ahlul Bayt financially. The land of Fadak and its importance to the Ahlul Bayt alayhisalam is emphasized in the hadiths of the Imams. The land of Fadak was important to the Ahlul Bayt in the aspect that they could have used the money to strengthen their followers by giving the money to the poor and the needy. The event that occurred regarding the dispute with Fadak, that those people who called themselves devout Muslims, devout servants to God and the Prophet, peace be upon him, do not respect and recognize the rights that the Prophet's daughter had in that land, the land of Fadak, and those leaders giving to their own desires of greed and ignorance. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Fatima bad'atun minni, faman aghdabaha aghdabani." That Fatima is a part of me. Whoever angers her has angered me. And narrations say that Fatima died angry with the first and second Khalifa. Wassalamu alaikum.